Hello, everyone, and welcome to a lovely spring day in my neighborhood. I have a lot of fun just walking my baby around after a morning of sewing, and so you're going to get a little glimpse into my life of testing a new pattern while trying to handle life around here. So, I hope you enjoy. So here I am putting the pattern pieces together. I printed it all off super easy. I was able to do my exact size for my baby, which was 6 through 12 months. And they say size 0 for that. They have different sizes. And I like it says it right there in the little corner of each little pattern piece. So this one, oh no, this one doesn't say, oh no, it says it. It says 0 right there. And then this one has the 0 right there. So you know, okay, this is the 6 through 12 month pattern size. So that way, if I make another size, I won't get it confused, which is very nice. Some of the patterns I've come across don't do that. So I'm impressed Twine Tree does do that. And they lay it out really easy with the diamonds and the circles, so I know exactly where everything's going. They have the test square on like everything, so that way you can measure at any time, make sure your printer is still printing the 1 inch instead of something wonky. And they label everything really nice. So I'm very impressed with Twine Tree so far. I have not used them before, but I really like what I'm seeing. And they say the view too. They have 3 different views. It says view 2 and 3. It says on fold, cut 1. So it's very easy to see what I am doing. So honestly, it feels like a puzzle to me, just putting together these pieces. And art felt the same way, because you're looking at a reference and then you're copying it, and then you're looking at it and copying it in different sections, and it all fits together like a puzzle. And so I didn't think that sewing would also be like a puzzle, but it is, which I just find really intriguing that crafty things are like a puzzle. So I'm sure my husband could do this way faster, because he is good with knowing what goes together, like just being able to see it in his eye. I kind of have to look at the computer still. Like I just wrote in the back 10 and 11 and I can see it on here. But I can also kind of see what shapes go together. Like this, I don't need to look. This is cool, bib interfacing. Makes me want to start. Hey Chubs. I'll be with you in a second. I gotta finish this up. Okay, so now like stuff like this. Oh, well, wait a second. Oh, this was for that 10 and 11 right here. Right? Nope, not this one. It was for this one over here. Look at that. This is for the front bib ruffle. Cute. I can't wait to do all the ruffles. I love ruffles on babies. Like all the little details are just so much fun. Oh, Chubby, are you wrecking the video? Let's see. Have it down a little bit farther. Oh, bops. Okay. And then I have this piece, which obviously goes somewhere. Oh, I think, let's see, this is 12. It looks, yeah, it goes on that bottom one, which was, where is it? Oh, it was this one here. Okay. It goes like that, and then it goes on the end of here. So you can see the little circle there. You can see it matches up. And I know my color is purple. They're color coded on there, which is super nice. I don't like all the dots and dashes, trying to figure out each size based off the dots and dashes. color-coded, I think is much easier. So I know my size is purple and I can find it on the computer and then do it here. And now I'm going to be with my little daughter. Gonna say hi to the camera. Hello. Alright. And we will take a break from the pattern. I cooked an amazing ham. My brother raised pigs on our property and butchered them. This is the last ham. So sad. I think it's a little burnt. But it's gonna taste really good. Also, trying to put Chubby down for a nap, but she's crying. I think I might have to get her. Want to know what the least favorite part of sewing is? It's putting together the fabric just so on the fold, line it up, so I can actually cut my pieces. If I could pay to have the pieces pre-cut on my fabric, I totally would. But you know, that doesn't really work because you want to choose the fabric. And so making a unique fabric means doing it at home. Even if they ship you the pattern pieces on paper, you still need to cut it out. So if I could pay someone to cut it out for me, that would be so cool. Or have a machine that just like spits it out. You put in the fabric, put in exactly what you need to cut out, and it does it for you with the least amount of waste. That would be an amazing fabric machine invention. And maybe it's already out there, but I doubt it. Put in the comments if you love a machine like that, or what your favorite part or least favorite part of sewing, the whole making process is. Also, when it doesn't cut through, even though I cut it, that's also not fun. But, you know, we're working with it. Maybe I need to buy a blade sharpener for that thing. Probably should. Gone through hundreds of fabric outfits by this time. Okay, this is part one of the skirt. Now I need to do the back skirt. Hey guys, so I have white thread right here, and I don't want white thread, I want pink. So I'm gonna change it out. So I just stitched the straps with my pink thread, and now it's saying stitch buttonholes as per the markings on pattern piece. And that's one step, but it's gonna take like all my time because I'm terrible with buttonholes. I might show you some of the process. There's 3 buttonholes on each strap, so 6 buttonholes for this pinafore dress. It's a little excessive, but it's not, because if they grow, you can just change the strap size, which is really smart. Okay, Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna show you the buttonholes. They're pretty bad, but don't worry, I've never sold anything with buttonholes or buttons. I've always used ties. I use buttonholes for myself and Chubby, and this tester dress apparently, which Chubby's gonna have, so it's okay. But I feel bad. Hopefully the pictures, the buttons will hide it for the model photos for the tester. So that's good because maybe you have some. Oh no. Oh, great. Wait. Oh no. I just realized my seam is here. My nice seam. I'm not sure if you can see it. But my raw seam is here, and that's why I did the buttonholes on. And I should have done them on the seam. That's nicely finished. So I'll just, you know, I'll make it look nice, fold it down, you know, so that it'll be enclosed, but it won't be quite even then. What do I do? I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do a whole new strip just because look at these buttonholes. They're very interesting. Let's just say that. If I had red thread, it would make it better because it would blend in, but this is just pink and so it really shows. So yeah, so I'm going to use my nice seam actually, and I have an ancient chalk that came with my sewing machine, so maybe from the 70s, maybe older, and I'm just going to line it up and do a line here, here, and here. You can see that. I'm now going to take it over to my lovely cutter and cut the lines down. There we go. Okay, so we're skipping ahead to the ruffle piece now because that was a little bit, there's a whole, well, it's basically a very long pattern, so I wanted to just skip ahead to the ruffle section and show you like the gathers and how they reinforced the pocket, which was kind of cool. So you'll see after I seamed both edges, I ran, I think it was like 5/8 of an inch and something else. Anyway, you had to do 2 lines alongside that red fabric and then gather it, and so that created the ruffle to go on the pocket. And I wanted to match the red ruffle with the red pocket on the gray background of the skirt. So it was nice. It was just 2 colors. I was just coordinating together, but I decided I wanted the ruffle to match the pocket and not match the skirt. So I did that, and that worked out really well. I don't like gathering with this kind of coarse fabric. It's more of a coarse cotton quilting fabric, the red anyway. The gray softer, and that's like close to her body, you know, but the red accent fabric was just more coarse. So having to gather that, I had to like put lotion on my hands after, which I didn't want to do before, obviously, with the fabric. But afterwards, I was like, oh wow, it actually like it makes your hand pretty coarse, especially because it's winter time or spring, you know, but it's like colder. And so I'm hoping in the hot weather, it won't be as hard and dry on my hands. Okay, so you would have seen that I had to seam rip, and I don't usually like to seam rip. I'm usually like, it's fine. But for this, I was like, this is actually a pretty big mistake because what happened was I attached the finished. There's 2 sides. There's the raw side, and there's a finished side, and I attached the finished side to the seam, and so it was hidden, and the raw side of the ruffle was facing out, and so it looked really wonky. And it would have, you know, frayed in the wash. So I definitely needed to seam rip it and do it the right way. And then after that, I had to put the pockets on the actual skirt, and that was fun because I was able to learn how to reinforce the pockets with a little triangle stitch on each side, and I hadn't done that before, so that was new. And then I decided I had done French seams before and I really love them, and so I decided to do that for the skirt for the inside seams. And so I French seamed them, and I'm showing you here how I did that. And I would look up a tutorial on how to do them because I'm not going to go into all the details, but it's pretty simple once you know how, and it looks really clean. And so, especially when you don't have a serger, which I don't. So, yeah, I did that, and I think it turned out pretty good. All right, so I'm just gonna thread the elastic through this back waistband, which I haven't done in a year since I started making little bloomers for my baby, and then decided I didn't like working with elastic. But I think this will be fine, Chubs, because this is just the back area. I just really don't like threading. But you know, I live and learn, and maybe there's an easier way to do this than I'm doing it. It just takes a long time for me to figure out. See, I'm not going anywhere with this, so I'm gonna shut off the video and figure this out, because this will be a 40-minute video otherwise of me trying to thread elastic through here. Thank you so much for watching me test this pattern, and please comment below if you have any tips or tricks, or if you have tested a pattern before. I would love to know. And enjoy this beautiful spring weather. I am really having fun with it with my baby and my husband. And here's just a compilation of 3 walks I went on. And I had baby in the carrier sometimes, but then I also went on a walk with her in the stroller with my husband, and got to see some beautiful houses. I love house watching. My husband likes people watching, but I like house watching, and so getting to see the beautiful houses in the neighborhood is really fun, and the beautiful flowers as well. So I hope you're able to get out and enjoy the spring weather as well. So I will see you in the next one if you're not outside.
Oh, very interesting to me.
What?
What do you think of this bird tree right here?
Looks good. Did you prune it?
Well, we did, yeah.
Nice.
Got a big hanger out there. Matt pruned these plums.